I'm really passionate about etymology, which is the study of the history and origin of words. And one day I think I was randomly sitting down in my living room, and then I thought, meditate, medium, media, oh wow, they've got the same root. And I think I just started singing, they want us to medicate, didn't do, don't want us to meditate, didn't, like that. And then I think I then started singing, using the medium of media, gatekeepers of mass hysteria, don't want us to elevate. And then from that point, that was a bass, and then I started formulating it and expanding it further.
They want us to meditate. They want us to meditate. Yeah. Choosing the medium of media, gatekeepers of mass hysteria. They want us to elevate.
So ultimately the song is about freedom. So we're looking at the polarity of freedom. So you've got freedom from an external point of view, and then you've also got freedom from an internal point of view. Freedom from an external point of view is, you know, what we experience in the physical, you know, which is great. You know, it's something which is very relevant to our lives. However, there's a preeminent freedom, and that's the internal freedom, or the freedom that we generate internally. The first verse goes, here we go again, weakened by the forces of the globalized experiment, in the grip again, lambs led to the slaughter and no longer in our element. So, you know, we've been, you know, conditioned and programmed to follow the lead of others. And then it goes on to say, cut off from our root once more, no longer bearing fruit, and it is clear we're rotten to the core. You know, ultimately speaking, we are fruit bearers. But if we keep on relegating ourselves to the external, we're not going to bear fruit the way we can. There are a number of people that worked on the project. So I had Nate Notes, who co-produced it with me and also played guitar and killed a guitar solo at the end of the song. And I had Danalia Lewis, also known as DL. She came through in the early stages and wrote some beautiful melodies that we expanded. Rio and Lindrick Zayla, who are great artists in their own right, they really allowed me to put the salt and pepper on the song, and it turned out amazing. And in addition to that, we had Abel, I Am Abel, come through, and he laid down some crazy bass on it, which just added a groove and a pulse to the track that, you know, it wouldn't have been if he wasn't involved. Finally, I'll mention Kieran Stephen, who did the stem mix and master and did an incredible job and just took it to that, you know, radio ready level. So the Ya Ya section came about as an afterthought. I think I'd recorded pretty much the whole of the first draft, and I just pressed record. You know, there's an 8-bar introduction or instrumental introduction, and I pressed record, and then I just ad-libbed ya 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 ya, and then I played it to some friends who I esteem. You know, I esteem their opinion, and they were like, "Wow, there's something in that ya ya," and we expanded it and turned it into this choral chant anthem, which became the hook. As far as the Land of Milk and Honey lyrics are concerned, we could be living in the land of milk and honey where the stream don't stop. We could be standing in the garden, call it Eden, where the dream don't flop. We're looking at, you know, we could look at it as, an external reality, you know, an external terrain. The land of milk and honey, the Garden of Eden, we could trace its geography, you know, in spite of what's going on outside of us. We actually have the ability to tap into and live in the land of milk and honey now in the Garden of Eden, right? And there's a beautiful saying that an elder of mine shared with me, which is, you can't move within and stand still without, you know, and I love that because that really, really resonates with me, and it really aligns with the message of the song.
Yeah. We could be living in a land of milk and honey where the stream don't stop now.
The land of milk and honey line is a very important one because it's exceptionally visual and it's very symbolic, and the song is very symbolic as well. So we wanted to create a visual experience through the optical experience that would really elevate the lyrics and the concept of the song. And we've done that. You know, we had some exceptionally notable thought leaders and revolutionaries who were plastered, or dotted around the optical experience. And it was very important for us to convey this because, these are giants, Angela Davis, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, the Prophet Honorable Noble Drew Ali. These are all giants who created movements which have lasted generations. So there was that, and then, the beautiful lady in red and in blue, or the ladies in red and blue. This is representative of choice. Choose the external, be governed by external forces and dependent on, external forces, or choose the red, which is internal. That's who that wonderful woman represents. And she's also an incredible artist in her own right, Black Cactus, who you will be seeing and hearing a lot from and about. I call her an icon living.
Inspired, transcending each and all and every kind of trend. Look within and set the pace. See yourself in everyone and each and every kind of place. But here we go again.
With the optical experience, the production team were Pixel Media Agency, who are incredible, and I look forward to working with again consistently. The director of the video was the incredible Steve White. He's an anomaly, he's a genius in my mind, and he did an incredible job of really just ensuring that we kept moving in the right direction as directors do. And then Marda Magai, assistant directed. Now Marda Magai is like a modern day Renaissance man. He's incredible. We had the amazing Ravan Clifton, who did some incredible photography. We've worked together previously, and again, excited about doing a lot more work with him in the future. So it was a super team that brought it together and made it what we intended it to become. There are a lot of hidden gems, a lot of Easter eggs in the video, and a lot of symbolism. And it's going to take a few views to really to discover what is going on in the video. And I would implore you to have a look at that, keep on watching, because again, there are a lot of gems. And much like the song lyrics, it takes a few listens to actually hear what's being said and the depth and the substance in the lyrics and the concepts.